Hey, Wild fans, joined today by Iowa Wild center Luke Johnson, who is the proud new owner of a home. What's up, Johnny?
Not much. How are you guys doing?
Good, good. Are you at the new digs? You're outside. I probably should have gone outside too. I'm in the basement for some reason, but beautiful day where you are in Minneapolis.
Yeah. So I just moved in yesterday, closed on the house, and just right now just trying to get all settled in, moving stuff around, and yeah, just getting settled in. So it's exciting and stressful at the same time. So
Will you have a man cave?
I'm working on it now. I'm just trying to just trying to plan out how I want to. Um, I guess organize the house and certain things like that. So it's keep me busy during these uncertain times and giving me something to look forward to. So
What piece of sports memorabilia will you hang up first? You got anything framed, something that stands out to you?
uh, I'm not really sure. I have like a bunch of stuff back in Grand Forks at my parents' house that I'm gonna try throw up on the wall, but I honestly don't have too many jerseys. It's more so just like a bunch of pictures and like plaques and stuff like that. So Um, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Growing up, was there an athlete that if you had their autograph or somebody you sort of idolized that if you had a chance to meet or get something from, it would certainly be something to go on the wall?
Yeah, I remember when the World Juniors were in Grand Forks. I think it was like 2005 or something. I actually got a picture with Ray Borick, and I think he signed it actually too. So that's somewhere at my parents' house, which would be pretty cool to hang up on the wall. And but yeah, I think he signed like a few things for us. He was actually he came up to our suite. My grandparents had a suite at the World Juniors that year, so he came up and said hello, and we got to meet him. And he was actually an unreal guy. So yeah, I'm gonna try to find that picture and hang it up somewhere.
Staying busy, staying healthy. Update us on sort of what you've been doing other than buying a home and that big step.
Yeah, well, I was so for the last month or so, I was just back in Grand Forks at my parents' house, and obviously dealing with the new purchase and everything that was stressful. So I wasn't doing much other than that. Watching a lot of TV shows and mixing in a workout here and there, and yeah, just trying to get outside and get some fresh air every now and then. So, but not a lot of couch time.
How is Grand Forks, North Dakota, for those that have never been there? Now, the Iowa Wild have played some preseason games there a couple of times the last few years, so I've been up there before. But for our fans that don't know anything about Grand Forks, how would you describe it?
It's just you know, very small town. Pretty laid back. There's not a lot to do in the summers there right now, but it's a great hockey town. It's great for young hockey players growing up, and there's so much access to ice in the winters with the outdoor rinks and everything. So, but yeah, just small town, and like I said, just great hockey town. So.
What were your thoughts on Des Moines, Iowa, your first taste of the Wild organization this year and spending more than a couple of months in Des Moines?
Yeah, I loved it. It was definitely a nice change for me coming from Rockford. I didn't really know what to expect coming in because when we played in Rockford and we'd come to Des Moines, we'd always stay like kind of out in West Des Moines, so we weren't able to I guess take in all the downtown and what that has to offer. So yeah, we didn't really get to see much of Des Moines when I played there, but. Just playing there this year, I was really kind of taken back by, the city and the fans too. So it was definitely a nice change for me, and I'm really enjoying my time there. So
During your downtime, have you participated in any of those social media challenges?
social media challenges, what are those? So that probably
Or
answers your question right
all right, we'll move along. You haven't seen anybody like either raising money for an organization or balancing a hockey ball in their stick for as long as possible, or doing any of those sorts of things. You ever seen any of that?
No, well, I've seen, now that you say that, yeah, I've seen a few videos and stuff, but to be honest, I'm trying to stay off of social media right now, just because, like, uh, I don't know. Every time you look, it seems to, like, there's always, like, something negative in the media or whatever. So I try to do my best to stay off social media during the day. Obviously, sometimes it's tough right now with nothing going on, but yeah, I just try. Right now I'm just trying to focus on staying busy. And yeah, obviously with the new house, that'll keep me pretty busy.
Growing up, what was your best sport other than hockey?
Best sports. I'd probably say football. I spent some time in Lincoln, Nebraska too, because my dad was coaching down there. And football was huge down there, so I played a lot of that growing up, and I played running back, and I actually really enjoyed it growing up. And I think the more sports you play as a young kid, I think it helps you just as far as just like athleticism and all that. So yeah, football was definitely up there. Uh, Thought I was decent at soccer too growing up, but um, yeah, I think football is probably the main sport other than hockey.
Any superstitions? A lot of players will be superstitious at times. Do you have any superstitions you put on your left skate first or any of that type of stuff?
No, I don't have any superstitions. I try to stay away from that because I feel like I don't know that kind of just like if like it just messes with your head if you have too many of them. I know there's some guys that have a ton, and I just think that's crazy. Like I don't know. I don't really care too much for superstitions. So
If I said to you that the NHL or even the AHL was going to return at some point with no fans, what's your reaction to that? What would hockey with no fans be like?
um, I mean, it would be tough. That's such a big part of why we play is to perform in front of our fans, and especially in Des Moines, we have a great fan support, and uh, we all love playing there. But um, I think guys would have a tough time doing that. But obviously, I think guys would adjust to it eventually. But it would just be weird, like a kind of eerie feeling. But especially in the playoffs too, like
Right.
But I guess it could happen, and it would suck, but at the same time, we want to play still, and so.
I was just looking at this. Your numbers, goals and assists wise, exactly identical the last 2 years. Fewer games this year because you were injured, and obviously the season on pause right now. But exactly 18 goals and 13 assists each of the last 2 years. I found that awfully odd. But you were red hot after getting hurt right before the start of the season. You finally got healthy. You were red hot down the stretch. 10 goals your last 14 games. How confident were you in sort of how your game was rounding out as the year moved along?
Yeah, I was definitely feeling good. After it kind of took me, a month or two to kind of get back in the swing of things. Obviously, getting hurt was tough, and sitting out for that long of time, it was like I said, it took me a while to get back into feeling good, and like you said, the last few weeks or so, I felt like I was probably at my best, and that's why it sucked to have the season on pause, and um, it's not just myself, just our team in general was playing well, and um, it seemed like we were having a lot of success, and our power play, special teams, and we just had so much confidence this last month or so. So hopefully. At some point, if the season does resume, we can just continue that. So,
Before we wrap this thing up, I wanted to ask you about the Iowa Wild power play. How would you describe it?
a lot of options, and it seems like if you take one spot away, there's something else that opens up, and it makes it hard on the PKers to kind of adjust to that. And yeah, we just have a lot of tools in our arsenal, and it's a deadly power play, and it's funny because it wasn't like that at the start. We struggled at the start, but the last half of the season we just clicked, and gave us confidence. And going out there every shift, we know we're gonna have some opportunities to score, and that's even more dangerous when you have that confidence. So
All right, before we leave you alone here, give our fans one TV show to watch, one band to listen to during this quarantine pandemic situation.
I've been crushing a lot of TV lately. I think this one's a given if people haven't already. But Ozark, uh, I was up. Uh, I had to go back and watch, and I would put that in my top 5 TV shows. I think it's right up there with like Breaking Bad. And then recently, I started watching The Wire, which is pretty good. As far as bands, I'm a big country guy, so anything country is what I go with. But so yeah, big country fan.
All right, well, I think once you finish The Wire, you'll have it right up there with Breaking Bad, and I agree
Have you,
with you. Ozark is a solid show.
yeah, have you seen The Wire?
Oh yeah, that and
Okay,
Breaking Bad are my 1 and 1A.
okay.
And then Ozark's probably top 5, but there's some recency bias there too because I just watched it.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't like the ending to season 3. Kind of, I don't know, throws you through a loop.
You didn't like the ending?
I mean, I guess I shouldn't say I didn't like it. I just wasn't expecting it. So,
Yeah,
but it sets it up for a good season 4. So
sure does, and it can't get here soon enough.
I don't know.
Johnny, stay safe. Thanks for doing this, buddy, and we hope to see you down the line here soon.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Joe. See you
All right,
soon.
Wild fans, North Dakota's own Luke Johnson. Hope you're all staying safe. Keep it real. We'll catch up with you down the line. Go Wild.